Good morning. The other day, I was out sitting by the pool just looking up at the sky and at the clouds, and I had this thought, head in the clouds, growling with worms. Don't ask me why. I was just thinking about, I was talking to the Lord, and He put those thoughts in my heart is because I was talking to Him, and then all of a sudden that came in, and I was just making up this story with those words. And so I ran into the house, and my husband hasn't been feeling well. His back has been hurting him. So he was sitting in the chair with all of his books. And I'm like, Cord, you got any paper? And he was just so kind and so sweet. And he handed me his notebook. And it had just a beautiful little notepad with a little pen already in there. So I took it and I ran outside. And I wrote what I was thinking in my head about the head in clouds. And because it was a story that was forming. And I'm like, I got to write this down because I will forget. So I'm going to read you the story that the Lord put in my heart while I was just relaxing out by the pool and thinking of Him and praying to Him. And it goes like this. The clouds, worms, and the eagle. Once upon a time, there were two men. The first man's name was Head in the Clouds, and the other man's name was Groveling with Worms. Head in the Clouds was always walking around like he was so high and mighty. He never gave any thought to what was around him. He would stomp on houses, step on cars, and even knock over bridges, not even notice or care what he was doing to others, as his head was always in the clouds. He always thought of only himself. As he was out walking one day, he stepped on this little smushy, squishy thing. He's like, who, what, has the audacity to be so squishy and get in between my toes? That's the day he met Groveling with Worms. Groveling with Worms loved the mud and the dirt. He loved to slime all around and was proud of the fact that he had offended someone with such the likes of Head in the Clouds with his gooey slime. He felt he had performed a major accomplishment. Head in the Clouds bent down and picked out Groveling with Worms between his toes and said, "Why did you do that?" Groveling with Worms replied, "What did I do?" Head in Clouds says, put squishy stuff between my toes." Groveling with Worms just laughed and said, "It's good for you, Head in the Clouds. You smashed my worm house, and now I have to find another one." Well, to Head in the Clouds' amazement, he felt bad for smashing Groveling with Worms' house, and he said he was very sorry. He didn't know he had done that. And as they were talking, a stunning, majestic eagle flew right in between them. The eagle was flying with such beauty and precision that Head in the Clouds stopped him and said, "Where are you going? Don't you see Groveling with Worms and I are talking?" The eagle said, "I'm sorry, but why are you just standing here with your head in the clouds holding a groveling worm? You could be soaring and flying like me. I can fly right over you or right past you without being stuck in the mud." Groveling with Worms and Head in the Clouds looked at each other and with big smiles. God was dealing with their hearts. "You're right," Head in the Clouds replied. And before they could say, "Wait," they were both changed. They were renewed, and both had wings like eagles. Groveling with Worms was no longer groveling in the mud, and Head in the Clouds no longer had his head in the clouds. They both ran and didn't grow weary. They were both not tired any longer and began to soar with their new wings like eagles. The moral of this story is to not walk around with your head in the clouds or do things that let you grovel with worms. Instead, soar like an eagle above this world, but not too high that you don't see what's going on around you. Eagles are powerful, cunning, intelligent, and bold. And because eagles spend so much time in the air, they are widely considered an invitation to go after your biggest dreams and challenge yourself. In the Bible, we see an example of an eagle found in Isaiah 40:31. "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not grow weary. They shall walk and not faint. Teach me, Lord, teach me, Lord, to wait. 'Cause they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not grow weary, and they shall walk and not faint. So teach me, Lord, to wait. So there you have it. The story of clouds, worms, and the eagle. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.